Hey Queens, welcome back to Life Be Lifing at the Queen's Palace. If you're not familiar with what Life Be Lifing is, go and check my intro above this. That video will go into detail on what Life Be Lifing with the Queen. Today's topic, and for those who don't know who I am your girl, Tia, and we are going to talk about something that a lot of us queens avoid, checking yourself. Now, before you click off, hear me out. This isn't about guilt or shame. It's about growth, truth, and emotional freedom. Because if you've ever felt stuck in your marriage, friendships, or even with yourself, sometimes the first step forward isn't fixing someone else, it's looking in the mirror. So are you ladies for this challenge? Are you ladies ready for this challenge? If so, get your wipes and your Windex cleaner and let's go clean that mirror and see what we will see. And hopefully we will see things clear within ourselves. I remember one day after an argument with my husband, I sat down and said to myself, Tia, let's be real. You're mad about what he did, but what about the things you've done? Ladies, queens, sisters, let's be honest with ourselves. This whole topic is about being honest with yourself. How many lies have we said to ourselves, or not to ourselves, or we said to our significant other? How many things or that they don't know about that we just haven't shared for whatever reason? I'm not sitting here telling you to go, vent and express how you feel. No, whenever that time comes, God will reveal it. And when that time comes, just be honest because you want your significant other to be honest. But the whole point is just you're mad at your husband for telling you lies and not being honest. But let's be real. How often or how many times have you lied to him? And when I thought about that, it brought me to Matthew 7:5. First take the plank out of your own eye. Then you will see clearly to remove the speck from your brother's. That verse humbled me because checking yourself isn't easy. It's like, how could I say it? A spiritual surgery. It's letting God show you what's hiding underneath the attitude, the pride, or the pain. It's saying, God revealed me to me. And when he does, woo, let me tell you, I'm over here shaking my shoulders, y'all. I'm in my church mode. But when he shows you, it's not always pretty, but it is necessary. Remember, as you go on to life, every day that you wake up, you're given a chance to start all over. I always tell my kids, don't be content where you at and don't let your circumstances bring you down or be your life. So it's okay to get out your comfort zone. It's okay to do things differently. And that's the whole point. We avoid it because it hurts. Nobody wants to admit I was wrong. Sometimes it's easier to blame other people. Like, they don't listen. They don't even appreciate me. And they are the one that hurt me first. And yes, sometimes this could be true, but accountability doesn't erase your pain. It gives you power over it. Proverbs 12:1 says, whoever loves discipline loves knowledge, but whoever hates correction is stupid. Now, I don't know about y'all, but that's stung a little bit. Correction doesn't mean you have to condemn yourself. It means growth. God corrects the ones he loves. Let me repeat that. Correction doesn't mean you condemn yourself. It means growth. God corrects the ones he loves. So come on, y'all. There's no excuses. So I'm going to give you a couple of ideas that I do to kind of help me in checking myself. And it's just a little start. It's nothing big. It's just practical. It's real and it's spiritual. First, pray. Ask God for truth, not comfort. Psalms 139, 23 to 24 says, "Search me, O God, and know my heart. Test me and know my anxious thoughts." I've gotten to the point that I pray to God every day. I have a war room. I just talk to him. It could be about anything. It's to the point where I talk to him so much, I don't even pick up the phone to call anybody anymore. Sometimes that is your go-to. And if you're not used to talking to God and you don't know where to start, just say, "Lord, help me see what I can't see in myself." It is that simple. Number 2, pause before reacting. Yes. You know how we go off the chain sometimes? If anyone come to us talking back or thinking they know what they're talking about, let's just breathe for a second. When something triggers you, just breathe. Inhale for about 3 seconds and exhale. Do that as many times as needed because it will help. And then ask yourself, why did that bother me so much? Because often what hurts us reveals what needs healing. We are holding on to a lot of baggage, ladies. When are we going to learn to let it go and realize it is okay? Because the longer we hold on to these things, it's just bringing us down. So, again, just pause before you react. Number 3, own your part. Yes, own your part. Now, I want to say I struggle with that sometimes too because that was just me being stubborn. When I get in arguments or confrontations with my husband verbally, I could be wrong. And sometimes I don't even want to admit that I'm wrong. As long as I know I have facts that he's wrong, the whole conversation ain't about me. And I don't want to talk about me. Let's talk about you. And that's another way we go wrong. Just own, even up to 10% will make a big difference, seriously. When you own up to things, and that's in general, I believe in any type of relationship you're in, but especially with your significant other, it lets him realize, okay, she is mature. She will handle these situations a little bit better. And I'm telling you, it will also change his mind frame because it will get him to be thinking like, okay, well, since she's up front and she handled it well, I'm going to be up front more often. It's on how you handle things. Not saying that all bad news has to be in the form of argument. It can be dealt with in a mature way. Also say to yourself, well, yes, you hurt me, but here's where we could have handled it differently. That's growth and not weakness. Everything that you do is about growing and again getting out of your circumstances and getting out of being content. 4, get accountability. Talk to someone who's not afraid to tell you the truth, a mentor, friend, or pastor. Proverbs 27:6 says, "Faithful are the wounds of a friend." Sometimes your circle sees what you can't. And if you have a good friend that got your back and will keep it real with you and say, "Hey girl, maybe you should think about your actions too," that is a good friend. But if you have great good friends like I do who sometimes tell you what you want to hear, yeah, I think it's best that you go to a pastor. You go see a pastor or a mentor. But I also highly recommend therapy. I have therapy, and my therapist is the most amazing person to talk to. Reflect and write it out. Journaling helps. Write how you felt, what triggered it, and what you learned. You'll start seeing patterns, and that's how God reveals lessons. Even if you don't have a journal yet, start writing down how you feel and break it down and why you feel that way, how you can resolve it, and then you can start healing. Number 6, forgive yourself. Forgive yourself. God doesn't show us our flaws to shame us. He does it to free us. 1 John 1:9 says, if we confess our sins, he is faithful and just to forgive us and cleanse us from all unrighteousness. Release the guilt. Forgive yourself for what you didn't know then. Listen, ladies, no one gave us a handbook on how life was going to be and how to react to every situation we're in. That is why you need to forgive yourself. Give yourself grace. You are wonderfully made by God. Remember that. You can handle this. Don't let the world dictate who you are. Forgive yourself. And when you check yourself, ladies, your relationship will change. Your communication will be differently. You will love differently. Instead of saying, you always do this, you start saying, here's how that made me feel. It shifts arguments into understanding. And when both people are checking themselves, that's when true healing happens. Because James 1:19 reminds us, everyone should be quick to listen, slow to speak, and slow to become angry. That's maturity. That's peace. So queens, before you throw stones, take a moment and ask God, what are you trying to teach me through this? Because healing starts with honesty. And when you check yourself, you give God permission to check in, to realign your heart, your peace, and your purpose. Remember, life be lifing, but God be Godding too. And that's the part that keeps us going. Thank you for watching and listening. Life be lifing at the Queen's Palace. Don't forget to like, share, and subscribe to Everyday Queens 24/7 for more faith, love, and real life growth. Until next time, stay honest, stay humble, and stay crowned. The seed has been planted. Let's watch it grow.